Hi everyone, Ryan bringing you another drum lesson, and today's topic is hi-hat variations. So in today's lesson we're going to go over 4 simple yet effective hi-hat patterns that you can use with all your favorite beats. So this lesson will be split into 2 parts, and part 2 will feature some more advanced hi-hat variations. As always, I've made a PDF, so if you want to follow along, grab that in the description now and hit the link. Let's get into it. So for today's lesson, the focus is going to be on the hi-hat doing variations. So we're going to keep the bass drum and the snare nice and simple. Kick drum on 1 and 3, snare drum on 2 and 4 will sound like this. Very simple. Once you get the hi-hat variations down, then we can start doing some variations with the kick and snare against the hi-hat. But for now, let's keep it simple. So, hi-hat variation number 1. Super simple, everyone knows it. We're going to be playing 8th notes on the hi-hat. So it sounds like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So let's play that with our kick drum and the snare. Alright, a little faster now. So the second variation we're going to be doing is we're going to be playing quarter notes on the hi-hat. So this is a really useful technique when the tempo starts to get faster, or for a lot of punk rock songs. We can use this, and if we can't play the 8th notes, all of them, then you can just revert back to quarter notes and you still get the same essence of the beat. So this will sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if we add the kick and snare drum, we get 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now if the band counts in the song and they go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, they're going to be asking us to go. Now if we haven't built our speed up with the 8th notes and we can't quite cut this, we can just play variation 2. So we go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And we get the same feel of the song. Now I know it's not as flashy or fancy, but sometimes if the music demands you to play a simple but effective groove, that's what we go for. So let's have a practice of that real slow. So 1, 2, 3, 4. A little faster. And faster again. Faster again. So that can be a really useful tool when the speed starts to get faster. Okay, variation 3. So for this variation we're going to be playing 16th notes on the hi-hat. So there'll be essentially 4 notes per kick and snare. So it'll sound like this. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1. Alright, so now let's add in the kick and the snare. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1. A little faster now. A little faster now. So variation 3 can be a great beat when you're playing slow funk songs, or even maybe some slow rock ballads. Usually it's kind of really slow. But because of the constant 16th notes, you're giving yourself and the band a really good indication of where the time feel is. Alright, moving on to variation 4. So variation 4 is an 8th note based variation, but we're going to be playing only on the offbeats, or the ands. So it'll now, instead of being 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, we're going to get 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So against our kick and snare pattern, it sounds like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. So let's play that nice and slowly. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. A little bit faster. So variation 4 is a great one when you're playing styles like disco, techno, even some sort of styles of funk, because it kind of gets that offbeat, really driving momentum, pushing the song forward. So once we start to get a little fancy with it, we can have a crack at stepping the hi-hat on all 4 beats. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Now if we add our offbeats on the ands with our right hand or left hand, whichever hand you're using for the offbeats, check it out. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Add this into our beat. Well, there you have it. 4 exercises, simple yet effective hi-hat variations to get you going and get you started. So I would recommend practicing all of these exercises with kick just on 1 and 3 and snare on 2 and 4. Once you sort of get a hold of that and you feel like you can move on, maybe add 2 kick drums or add some ghost notes on the snare. The idea is you want to be able to play all of these variations and then have freedom with your kick and snare without it messing up any of your limbs. Well, I hope you've enjoyed today's lesson. If you have, please hit like, subscribe, and turn bell notifications on so you don't miss another drum lesson. As always, I've created a PDF which contains all the exercises from today's lesson, so you can grab that for free. There'll be a link in the description, so be sure to grab that. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave some in the comments or drop me a message. Thanks so much for watching, I really appreciate it, and I'll see you next week for a new drum lesson.